This is Mills. Lewis, what's up with the crazy drivers in Florida? I mean, seriously, I've driven all over the country and lived in other states, and holy heck, these drivers scare me to death. Everybody thinks they're Ricky Bobby. And don't get me started on the roundabouts for traffic control. I literally saw someone try to drive over the circle. This is from Mike Cole. I have a fucking rant. I moved to Sarasota from Atlanta. And let me tell you, traffic is worse here in Sarasota than Atlanta. And that is fucking saying something. First of all, these old fucks in this town don't drive the speed limit. Don't use blinkers and change lanes whenever they want. Downtown is a fucking mess with construction as they are adding roundabouts. Roundabouts, they are adding fucking roundabouts when these fuckers in this town don't know how to operate traffic signals. With the construction, it takes about 30 minutes just to get over the bridge from Lido Key. The other day, I watched an old bag with fake tits jog over the fucking bridge faster than I could drive across. This town is going to be fucked for the next several years, and then it remains to be seen how these fuckers operate roundabouts. And just so you know, Mike, everywhere in the country they're building roundabouts. Everywhere, for no apparent reason. Somebody went to New England and went, fuck, this will be great. That's why the New England Patriots won. They all had roundabouts.
This is from Mike, he's here tonight. Why the hell did they change so many four-way stops to roundabouts in downtown Sarasota? Having a 90-year-old driver trying to circumnavigate a roundabout is like giving a monkey a straight razor. There's no good outcome in either situation.
Robert Webster. Why have we become, and this is a number of people who followed suit about their being pissed about this, why have we become a society that is so incapable of handling four-way stop signs that we had to replace every intersection with a roundabout? There's a lot of anger about roundabouts, a lot. A lot of stuff has happened in your state that one would think that you would have written about, but no, it's that everything seems to be directed at the roundabout. As if that anger about whatever political thing is happening, whatever shit is going on, whoever it is you don't like, the governor, Mike Pence, whatever, you're in the roundabout, just circling it, going, that son of a bitch, that son of a bitch, that son of a bitch. Why don't more intersections have the blinking yellow lights and traffic circles so we don't have to sit at stoplights unnecessarily? Max, I go all around the country. Number one, outside of potholes, the hate for a rotary, a traffic circle, is so fucking profound that that's the last thing this town needs. Unless, of course, in the middle, there's a picture of Cherie Berry. So this is from Lori Romano. So with the exception of missing New York deep in my bones, I really enjoy living in Lincoln. I love its character, its history, affordable, and a really great place to raise kids. It's a great little city, a fun college town, but with all that greatness comes a dark side, a lurking evil that threatens to destroy every man, woman, and vehicle. The curse of potholes. Lincoln, Nebraska is pothole hell. You know they joke in New York about the never-ending road construction? How there are always cones scattered around and lanes closed for repairs. But honestly, in a city like New York, it makes sense. Take the amount of people, cars, trucks, buses, overall traffic in a city that large, constantly punishing the roads, and yeah, you're gonna need steady maintenance and repairs. But somehow it all makes sense there. There's noticeable progress. Things eventually get fixed and stay fixed for a reasonable amount of time. No, Lori. No. No, they don't. You've left a while ago. Now we just go, oh. But in Lincoln, it makes no sense ever. At any given time, you'll find numerous main roads closed for repair, often all at once, which means you have to get seriously creative cutting through residential neighborhoods to get where you need to go in a reasonable amount of time. And don't even get me started on the roundabouts. Someone who's been given way too much decision-making power in this town has a serious fetish with roundabouts. They're ridiculous, and they're everywhere, and we keep hearing about this double-decker roundabout they're planning to build in the southwest part of town. Seriously? On top of each other? Yes! Oh, I gotta come back for that. Wow, that is fucking fun. Nobody done that. All I want to know is how much traffic do they honestly think we have in this town that warrants an elevated roundabout to keep things under control? Hell, people can't even figure out how to navigate the no right on red signs at certain intersections. So they sit there blaring their horns and cursing out the people in front of them who are simply trying to get to work on time while obeying the clearly posted traffic laws. But all that has nothing on the potholes. I don't know what the city did when it paved the streets, but holy hell, you've never seen a pothole until you've seen a Lincoln pothole. I don't know if there's a Guinness Book of World Record category or some sort of extreme home makeover style contest we can enter, but we're definitely overdue. And I've got a theory. This is really what you're gonna hear right now is psychotic. I think it's the beet juice brine. The city has been touting this magical formula of beet juice and salt, which they believe is so amazing, they actually hired a lawyer to pursue a patent. They mix batches of the stuff and spray it to pre-treat the roads for snow and ice. I think the brine is directly responsible for the monster potholes. They materialize in the wake of every winter's storm, seeping down into the cracks of the concrete, freezing and destroying the structural integrity of the roads. Prove me wrong. It's gotten so bad, the city of Lincoln has a pothole hotline. You heard me, they actually built an app called Up LNK that lets you report things like potholes, icy roads, parking violations, downed trees, and dead squirrels flung into the street by neighbors. Wow, that is just unbelievable. Then she just goes on and on and on. Wow, that is spectacular. What I'm going to read, we read a lot of these last night. This is a constant complaint throughout your state. I don't know who came up with this idea. We went through one today. This is from Denise Moss. In Cedar Falls, we've got the damn roundabouts. And then in parentheses, since Waterloo is stuck in the stoplights, there's one at every fucking intersection. And clearly there needs to be a fucking lesson on how to drive in a fucking circle and yield to other drivers. Old shits who should be home or drinking prune juice don't know how these fucking things work. Old people don't drink prune juice anymore. That's a misnomer. There are other things now. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Watch TV, you'll learn about it. Prune juice lost its place. How fucking hard is it to slow down and yield to the other driver? I hate these fucking roundabouts and the old people who need to stay home during the morning and evening commute. So it's just the old people, right? Fuck you, it's not just the old people. I know that. I know that because yesterday I had a whole bunch of the roundabout stuff, and it was not, they were just yelling about everybody in the thing. But apparently here you have an assisted living situation. We went around the roundabout in our bus today, and actually we didn't even go around it, we just drove over it and went, fuck you and your mini roundabout. Roundabouts, says Cat Collins, are confusing in Cedar Falls. I don't know how old Cat is, but see? I don't know how the roundabout is confusing. It's circle. I've never understood why you need a roundabout. I don't quite get a roundabout. And it used to be just out east. And we had them, and I thought, wow. And then the great thing about coming out here was there were no roundabouts, and now you guys are going, hey, wow, I saw something back east. You're not going to believe this. We're going to put these up, and then, oh boy, fucking A. It must be people who must want to repair car accidents. Repair cars after accidents. And then it's, and then someone named Liberty Bell, I don't believe that's your name, ran about how ridiculous it is to rant about roundabouts. Every single major road, says Caitlin Tinky, every single major road into, through, and out of the area is closed and under major reconstruction. A 2-minute trip now has 10 minutes added for a detour. It's true of every place I go. This infrastructure thing is really working out well. And then to go, I've lived, this is Tracy Carey, I've lived in this town for more than 10 years, received 2 degrees, and have a full-time job, and the city still can't figure out how to fix University Avenue. God, somebody eventually is going to make a gazillion. Whoever figures out how to do this, I'm serious. Somebody somewhere is going to be the guy or the woman who goes, fuck, I can do this. I can fix roads in places and get an army of people to fucking fix the roads. And then they're going to make a fucking shitload of money. People go, God damn it, wow, concrete, where'd you find it? Can you just put it down? Wow. In a day, we don't need cones? We don't need cones! This is from Jim Wright. We were at Cedar Falls. I was at your show. There was a brief discussion, also a discussion, I didn't put it all in. There was a lot of discussion here of roundabouts. They seem to be building roundabouts everywhere out in the Midwest, like you just discovered them. You went, wow! I was out east, and boy, those things are really good in Massachusetts. They'd be fun here. A brief discussion of roundabouts mentioned that old people don't know how to yield, who don't know how to yield should avoid them. The problem isn't the old people. I read the one that talked about that don't know how to yield. The problem lies with the young special snowflakes that have been raised to believe that they are the most important people in the world, and therefore everyone should yield to them. And then a nice little, of course we old people have no one to blame but ourselves since we raised them with that belief. This is yet probably the 10th thing I've read about roundabouts. People really seem to be flipping out about these. This is from Thomas Andrews, who's here. So they're talking about putting roundabouts in our town, and people online are freaking out. They should be, because most of them don't know what the fuck to do at a 4-way stop sign. Oh. But they all think they're good drivers. So they're probably thinking, how will I be able to text, apply makeup, or read a book while driving through roundabouts? There are things you should not be, these are things you should not be doing anyway. It's fucking distracted driving. There are laws against this shit, but there's something else lots of people do that is apparently okay. Driving with a dog on your lap while it sticks its head out the driver's window. I'm sure some people are already reacting with, oh, he's a dog hater. He probably hates all animals. Not true. I don't hate blowjobs, but it's also distracted driving to receive one while driving. Same thing with a fucking dog on your lap. If they are allowed to have dogs, I should be allowed to have my emotional support badger on my lap. So when I encounter some asshole twat waffle on the road, my little friend can hop out the window, slash their tires with his razor-sharp claws, and jump up on their hood and take a shit. Then after he scampers into my car, he can simultaneously stick out his tongue and flip them off as we're driving away. I would be more than happy to do all these things myself, but my hands are where they should be at 10 and fucking 2. Scott Olwinski, drivers from Illinois and Wisconsin do not mix. You get that Wisconsin nice where you sit at a roundabout where they let every driver proceed first. You know why Wisconsin started implementing roundabouts? Let me just tell you, everywhere in the country, roundabouts are appearing, and it's psychotic, and people are not happy about them. because you'd get 4 Wisconsinites at a 4-way stop with everyone encouraging the others to go first. But then throw in the aggressive Illinois driver who feels the left lane on the highway is their own personal express lane. They'll ride up 2 inches from your bumper, even though you're already doing 90. Illinoisans just take advantage of that Wisconsin nice, and it pisses me off. There's a reason they call Wisconsin Illinois' playground. Assholes. Melissa Jones, after moving to Dallas, I'm still confused on what the fuck the actual construction schedule is around here. It's a constant stream of bullshit projects that jam up the freeway to hell. Instead of actually finishing a fucking project, they decided to put fucking roundabouts everywhere. How about finishing the fucking freeway instead of confusing the public with fucking roundabouts? It's like they're trying to give us some goddamn fun by going round and round while we're cussing out the non-existent project work. And fuck Jerry Jones. And this is Tom Taylor. Welcome back to Kingston, Lewis. I was at your show here 2 years ago, and you read my rant on gas cap covers. While unable to be there tonight, I wanted to alert you to something more dangerous than the sociopath in the White House, more dire than climate change. What is it, you ask? It awaits all who come to our wonderful city as they enter exit 19 off the thruway. As soon as you go through the toll booth, there it is, the hell of transportation. A fucking roundabout. Also commonly known as a traffic circle. The names sound so friendly, don't they? Roundabout, traffic circle. They're fucking nightmares. I've survived this goddamn thing at least 1,000 times thinking, will this be my last day alive? To make it worse, there are 2 lanes with, of course, painted arrows and dotted lines telling you which lane you're supposed to be in. Well, it doesn't fucking matter. Why? Because the guy next to you isn't sure what the fuck lane he's supposed to be in. It's like being in a maze of circular bumper cars. Who the fuck designs these things? The reason is, of course, to make traffic flow better and to make it more expedient to get from point A to point B. Well, it isn't more expedient if a tractor trailer getting to his exit off this fucking thing crushes you like a bug. It is transportation's answer to a Death Star. And what is my city's answer to this fucking crisis? They're building another one. Thank you, Kingston. Thanks to everybody who's been watching.